So continuing with our wreath construction, I'm working on the bottom section now. No particular reason except that the ingredients that I have seem to lend themselves there first. Then I'll work on the top and then the sides. Push it in from the top. Pull it in so that you're not messing up the work. So you don't mess it up on the top. Direction we want. Mark it from the bottom so you're not having to turn it over and mess up these. They'll break. So fragile. Especially on the sides, you really need a symmetry. Very often I'll make the top a little more elaborate than the bottom, just so that your eye is kind of focused up on that center. But the top and the bottom are the ones where you can really get creative. And then either side, you have to make sure that you mirror things in size and tonal quality so they kind of match each other. These seed pods, you're going to drill a little hole right at the base of all these. And right in the base, going down here, and then you're going to wire those all together. Put that right in here. Position them before you pull them through, and then any wires that you see showing after, we're going to make sure you make the wires long enough so that it can get tethered with all the others. Get the closest one. And any wires that you do see, we'll be putting moss and glue in there so we don't see them, ultimately. An important note is that you really need to wire in these pine cones throughout. All of this other stuff down the road will be moved, but you still need to have a really good core of pine cones for someone else to replace their own adornments down the road, but you still need to have lots of pine cones. So we'll keep filling in with pine cones so that it still has a complete look, even if you didn't have all this adornment, that it still is solid. You want to always attach it to something about an inch apart, not much more, because it's not going to lend to the strength of it. So if it's any more than an inch, make sure that you attach it on it with a wire, twisting it. And you'll eventually be able to add something else in that neighborhood so that it helps strengthen it. So I end up going over the wire here to hold it rather than joining here and here. They both seem too far. I really like the contrast of these cones. I picked these up in Phoenix on a golf course. The maintenance people there were more than happy to let me have them. They're different than all the other pine cones, so as a header, I think they really stand out. So you just never know where you're going to find these great wonders for your legacy wreath. Filling in holes that I might see. I'm going to take some of the little ones. Remember, we sort out all the sizes from large, medium, small, and keep them in place. I'm going to get these and thread it, get it in there, give it a nice tug, make sure the ends are somewhat close, and then twist, 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 twist. And get something nice and strong. Give it about 10 twists. Thread that needle. Okay, so I'm seeing the spot like right here. Looks like it could use just another filler. Fill in any big holes. So we're going to push it down with our pliers. Adjust it on the other side to where it's sitting the way you want and where the wires aren't showing. Oops. Then we pull this through. I like to anchor things on the wires. Makes it stronger. So get that, or use some needle nose. Just if you're going to use your wire cutters, pull it gingerly. So, no, I'm not going to put it in that one. Put it in one that's closer, like this one. It can be a little tricky. Hard to pull those out. Pull there. And just anchor it on the wires there. Makes it stronger. Twist, twist, twist. You'll be doing a lot of twisting. A lot of twisting. And then anchor it to the bigger wires. You can see a lot of wires here, but we put them together so you don't have so many. And then we're going to twist those around at the end part and actually put glue in them, which also helps strengthen it. You want this is the legacy gift. You want it to last a lifetime. So now I look on the edges and see if there's any need for fillers in, and I'm thinking it's looking pretty filled out here. Part of why I call these all-season wreaths is, here's an example. We have an Easter theme here, and I glued in little eggs and rabbits and things, but it's easy to cover those with, you can use dried hydrangeas or any dried flowers.